Japan exceeds all expectations and is far ahead of other countries in terms of advancements in culture. From the government paying people thousands of dollars to leave the country to bars staffed entirely by robots, Japan has created a world so unique that some of these things literally cannot happen anywhere else on Earth. Let's discover crazy things that happen only in Japan. Japan has one of the most surprising immigration policies in the world. The government will actually pay you to leave the country. While many nations spend billions to accept and support refugees, Japan, famous for being one of the hardest countries to gain asylum in, has chosen a completely different approach. They offer between $2,000 and $3,000 to those whose asylum applications are denied, as long as they voluntarily return home. At first glance, the amount seems small compared to Tokyo's high cost of living, but it's designed as an incentive, a peaceful way for those without legal status to depart instead of staying illegally. The truth is, Japan only accepts around 0.5% to 1% of asylum applications annually, the lowest rate among developed nations. In some years, more than 10,000 applications were filed, yet only a few dozen were approved. This pay-to-leave program has become one of the world's most unique immigration tools. Even more surprisingly, the Japanese government promotes the program in positive language, calling it a form of humanitarian support to help people reintegrate into their home countries. It's a policy that sounds almost too bizarre to be real, but it perfectly demonstrates Japan's approach to maintaining social order through unconventional methods. Japanese cuisine has something that fascinates the world: square watermelons. This quirky invention has been around since the 1960s, created by Japanese farmers using cube-shaped molds. But here's the twist: these melons aren't usually eaten. Instead, they're luxury gifts or decorative items, often costing hundreds of dollars each, treated more like art than fruit. The obsession with food presentation in Japan goes far beyond what most cultures consider normal. Restaurants display shokuhin sampuru, fake food models so realistic that some people collect them as art pieces. These plastic replicas can cost more than the actual meals they represent, and the craftsmanship involved is so detailed that tourists often mistake them for real food. Traditional Japanese sushi is completely different from the mayo-heavy rolls found in the United States. It's just fresh fish and rice, prepared with precision that borders on meditation. Ramen comes in countless regional varieties, from miso ramen in Hokkaido to rich tonkotsu ramen in Fukuoka and soy-based shoyu ramen in Tokyo. Each region guards its recipes like state secrets. But perhaps the most extreme example of Japan's food culture is its Wagyu beef, where cattle are given special care to produce meat so marbled and expensive that a single steak can cost more than most people's monthly grocery budget. From melons priced at $500 to beef that costs more per pound than gold, Japan has turned food into a cultural spectacle that defies all logic. If you visit a Japanese restaurant, you might be surprised if the staff rushes to return even a few yen. In Japan, tipping is not a way to reward service. It's actually considered insulting. Japanese people believe that when a customer tips, it means the customer is not satisfied with the service and wants to send a message that they should do better next time. Tipping is considered rude and unpleasant for the restaurant and its staff. They value dignity and respect much more than tips and believe that you have paid for good service, so there's no need for additional payment. Japan is one of the few countries in the world that offers truly excellent service without any expectation of extra compensation. Instead of tipping, Japanese people show gratitude to service staff through small gifts such as snacks or personal tokens, which express heartfelt thanks and encouragement. For Japanese people, giving money does not align with their cultural values. This is a beautiful aspect of Japanese etiquette, showing warmth and a lack of greed for money. They understand that money cannot replace the beautiful, intangible values of genuine appreciation and respect. The no-tipping culture extends beyond restaurants to every service industry: hotels, taxis, hair salons, and even spas. Attempting to tip can actually cause embarrassment and confusion, as service workers may not know how to handle the situation without appearing rude by refusing your money. What do you think about the idea of no tipping in Japan? Would you feel uncomfortable not being able to leave a tip for great service? Let us know in the comments below. Ever heard of people staying in capsule hotels? That's exactly what Japan's capsule hotels offer. but with all the necessary amenities packed into a space barely larger than a single bed. These unique accommodations offer a cool and budget-friendly option for travelers who don't need a big, fancy room. Instead of a regular hotel room, you get your own cozy little pod that's just the size of a single bed. It's like having your own personal hideaway. Inside the capsule, there's everything you need for a comfortable stay: a television for entertainment, air conditioning, an electronic console, and electric sockets to charge your gadgets. The capsules are stacked on top of each other like futuristic bunk beds. If you're staying in one of the upper pods, don't worry, they're accessible via ladders or steps. For privacy, you can seal the pod with a curtain or a solid door, though it can only be locked from the inside for safety reasons. Shared facilities include showers and toilets, plus free Wi-Fi, just like in a hostel. Some capsule hotels even provide free saunas and baths, and some places include pools and recreational activities. The hotels range from around 50 to 700 pods, and they're generally popular with men, though some hotels feature female-only areas or floors. When you arrive, you'll exchange your regular clothing and shoes for comfortable hotel attire and slippers. Your belongings can be safely secured in lockers or in room safes. The best part? Capsule hotels are extremely economical, with costs typically ranging from about $18 to $36 per night. Hardworking salarymen who need a place to rest after an exhausting night out, people who miss the last train home, or anyone looking for a unique and cost-effective accommodation experience will stay at these amazing hotels. Some people even rent capsules for extended periods, treating them as temporary homes in expensive cities like Tokyo. In Japan, loneliness is met with solutions like renting a companion for emotional connection. This fully legal service is growing, with many adults finding it difficult to connect due to work pressures and busy lifestyles. As a result, the rental companion service has become a social phenomenon. Renting a companion costs around $50 per hour, with a minimum of 2 hours. In 2020, the industry generated nearly 10 billion yen in revenue. For this price, you can rent a companion to chat with, stroll around with, or simply enjoy a cup of tea. While some may view it as an adult service, most people rent companions for conversation, walking, or simply to have someone by their side. The service aims to provide comfort, connection, and emotional support. Among clients, many are married individuals seeking a sense of attention or connection lacking in their relationships. The service goes beyond romantic companionship to renting friends, older siblings, or even family members. Some even rent a whole fake family, from a spouse to a child. For family romance, a leading company allows clients to choose the age, appearance, and personality of family members, such as a cheerful wife or an obedient child. A full family experience costs about $370. This trend highlights a deeper issue in Japanese society: increasing isolation despite living in densely populated cities. The rent-a-family service addresses an emotional void that traditional social structures can no longer fill, creating artificial but meaningful connections in a world where genuine relationships are harder to maintain. And before we continue unfolding this fascinating discovery, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Don't forget to share it with your friends too. It helps the channel out, and I'm excited to continue bringing you more awesome content. Japan has revolutionized the way people practice singing with an innovation that sounds almost contradictory: silent karaoke. This trend has skyrocketed with devices like the UT8 voice training silent karaoke microphone, which can reduce sound by up to 70%, allowing you to sing at full volume while keeping the noise to a minimum. The UT8 microphone features a unique design with a cone you sing into, effectively muffling the sound. This setup not only lets you practice discreetly but also offers health benefits, as intense vocal exercises can help with stress relief and overall vocal health. The concept is especially popular in urban areas where living spaces are close together, and noise can be a major issue. It's also perfect for those who feel self-conscious about singing in front of others, or who want to refine their skills privately. These silent karaoke devices are portable, compact, and can be used almost anywhere, making them incredibly convenient for daily use. You can practice your favorite songs on the train, in your apartment, or even at the office during lunch breaks without disturbing anyone. The technology behind silent karaoke represents Japan's ability to solve social problems through innovation. In a country where consideration for others is paramount, finding a way to enjoy karaoke without bothering neighbors demonstrates the Japanese approach to balancing personal enjoyment with social responsibility. In Japan, bars with robot staff are becoming a part of the country's entertainment culture. At these bars, intelligent machines handle everything from mixing drinks to serving customers, creating an experience that feels like a science fiction movie. Instead of a bartender, you're greeted by a robot with lead lips, eyes, and flexible arms performing skilled mixology. These robots shake, pour, and mix drinks, and some even dance while preparing them, entertaining customers as they work. Some bars also equip robots with conversational abilities, allowing them to greet customers, ask about their day, and crack jokes. They can even suggest drinks based on your mood, like recommending a light cocktail if you're feeling down. One famous venue, the Robot Bar in Tokyo, features robots that learn from customer requests to improve their mixing skills. Many customers joke that these robots make better cocktails than some human bartenders. Smaller robots are also used to deliver drinks at tables, smoothly gliding between customers with trays. Some robots even have facial recognition and emotion detection, allowing them to smile and blink, creating an engaging and attentive experience. The rise of robot bars reflects Japan's commitment to integrating technology into daily life, offering new forms of entertainment that balance innovation and functionality. It's not just about replacing human workers, it's about creating unique experiences that couldn't exist anywhere else. Japan is famous for its poetic beauty and noble rules, but one seemingly paradoxical practice is the cultural approach to giving up seats for the elderly on public transportation. This might initially seem surprising, but it's rooted in a deep cultural philosophy, and the Japanese actually have a valid reason for this practice. All public transportation in Japan is equipped with priority areas for the elderly, pregnant women, children, and people with disabilities. If these priority seats are full, those who arrive later will have to stand, even if younger people are nearby. This is not because the Japanese don't care, but because they highly value equality in society. In Japan, the principle is that those who arrive first get a seat, and those who come later have to stand, and no one complains about it. While giving up seats for others is common in many parts of the world, in Japan, offering your seat can make others feel uncomfortable, as it can be seen as unnecessary differentiation in a society that values equality. The Japanese believe that creating special exceptions, even well-intentioned ones, can disrupt social harmony and create awkward situations. If you really want to give up your seat, the best way is to do it subtly, such as by standing up as if you're about to get off at the next stop or switching seats with someone else, so the person can sit comfortably without feeling uncomfortable. This approach reflects a deeper cultural philosophy about maintaining social order through consistent rules rather than individual acts of kindness that might create social debt or embarrassment. It's a system that prioritizes collective harmony over individual gestures, no matter how well-meaning they might be. In Japan, there are extremely few garbage cans in public spaces such as streets or retail malls. Aum Shinrikyo, a cult, caused a horrific terrorist attack on the city's subway, releasing a poisonous gas known as sarin, which can kill people very quickly. This act shook the country, and the Japanese government promised to prevent similar incidents in the future. One method they chose was to remove public garbage cans. They believed these bins could be used to conceal dangerous items that could harm people. Additionally, managing public waste is expensive, and the government didn't want to spend extensively on this infrastructure. But don't worry, there are still specific locations in Japan where you can find garbage cans. They're common in parks, train stations, and public toilets. There are also special recycling bins next to vending machines where people can dispose of their empty cans and bottles. So even though there aren't many garbage bins on the streets, people in Japan still care about keeping public spaces clean and protecting the environment. The absence of public trash cans has created an interesting social phenomenon. Japanese people carry their trash with them until they reach home or find an appropriate disposal location. This has contributed to Japan's reputation for cleanliness, as people take personal responsibility for their waste rather than relying on public infrastructure. In Japan, nightclubs used to face a strange law known as the futuristic entertainment business control law, which made dancing after midnight illegal. Introduced in 1948, the law aimed to regulate entertainment venues and prevent behaviors considered morally questionable by authorities. For decades, police had the authority to raid clubs and issue fines if people were still dancing after midnight, causing many nightclubs to become places where customers just sat, drinking and listening to music, but never dancing. This law was seen as an unspoken rule to maintain social order. It wasn't just about dancing, it was about controlling nightlife and preventing what authorities viewed as moral decay. Club owners had to choose between allowing dancing and risking fines or raids, or creating an atmosphere more like a concert than a dance party. The enforcement of this law led to surreal scenes. Young people stood still in crowded clubs, bobbing their heads to the beat but not moving their feet. Some clubs tried to bypass the law by calling it rhythmic exercise, but the police weren't fooled. What do you think about the futuristic law that banned dancing after midnight in Japan's nightclubs? Do you think it helped maintain order, or was it too restrictive for nightlife culture? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel to discover more interesting things. In Japan, one of the biggest challenges for foreigners is bowing. It may seem simple at first, just bend forward, but bowing in Japan is a complex system of communication that can take years to master. There are 3 basic types: a slight bow of about 15 degrees for casual greetings, a moderate bow of 30 degrees for professional settings, and a deep bow of 45 degrees for apologies or expressing gratitude. If the angle is off, it can come across as disrespectful or show a lack of understanding of the situation. The Japanese are attentive to more than just the angle. They notice the speed, posture, eye movement, how long the bow is held, and even when you start and stop. These elements are all part of the cultural etiquette. Some companies even use sensors and training programs to ensure employees' bows are perfect. Department stores and hotels treat bowing as a professional skill, investing significant resources into training. Bowing also varies by situation. A bow to a customer is different from one to a superior or to apologize. There are specific bows for expressing gratitude, respect, asking for favors, and more. Not just humans bow in Japan. Robots at hotels and shopping centers are also programmed to bow with mechanical precision. These robots follow the same guidelines for angle and timing as human employees. For foreigners, the learning curve is steep. Many visitors bow too deeply for casual situations or not enough for formal ones, leading to awkward moments. The art of bowing highlights the complexities of Japanese social interaction, both beautiful and challenging for outsiders to navigate. In Japanese daily life, gift giving is essential, with many occasions requiring presents. These include New Year's Day, Father's and Mother's Day, birthdays, weddings, graduations, and visiting the sick. With so many occasions, the Japanese have developed strict rules about what gifts should and shouldn't be given. First, avoid gifts related to the numbers 4 and 9. The number 4 is pronounced shi, which sounds like death, while 9 is pronounced kiyu, resembling kurushimi, meaning suffering. Gifts in sets of 4 or 9 or priced with these numbers should be avoided. Next, do not give a comb, as the word for comb in Japanese, kushi, combines sounds linked to suffering and death. Although practical, combs are considered inappropriate gifts. Additionally, avoid giving images of foxes, glass items, or sharp objects. Foxes are associated with trickery and deception in folklore, while glass items suggest fragile relationships. Sharp objects like knives or scissors are believed to sever bonds between people. Never give chrysanthemums or camellias as flowers, as both are linked to funerals. Chrysanthemums, particularly, are associated with death, appearing on the imperial seal in a mourning context. Giving these flowers can be seen as wishing death or misfortune upon someone. Gift-giving rules extend to wrapping and presentation as well. Certain wrapping paper colors are associated with funerals, and there are specific protocols for handing over gifts. These traditions are rooted in cultural beliefs about luck, fortune, and social harmony. A British YouTuber named Jack shared his surprising experience while traveling in Japan. While enjoying a Japanese bun on the street, he was met with unfriendly looks, and two elderly men even scolded him. Jack was confused until he learned the real reason. Eating while walking is considered impolite in Japan. Eating in public places, like on the street or subway, is frowned upon because it disrupts public harmony. The smell of food and the sound of chewing can disturb others and disrupt the peaceful atmosphere that is highly valued in Japanese society. Therefore, eating while walking can lead to being scolded or receiving disapproving looks. This rule goes beyond just food. It's about maintaining clean, quiet, and respectful public spaces. The Japanese concept of meiwaku, or causing inconvenience to others, explains why eating while walking is inappropriate. It's not only about the food but also the mess, like crumbs and packaging, that can result from eating on the go. In a culture that values cleanliness and consideration, eating in designated areas, such as small standing areas and convenience stores, shows respect for the community and environment. These systems allow for quick meals without disrupting public order. To truly understand Japan beyond modern Tokyo and Okinawa, begin your journey in Kyoto and the Kansai region, home to ancient temples and preserved culture. Walk through the thousands of vermilion torii gates at Fushimi Inari Taisha, donated by businesses seeking good fortune. The path winds up the mountainside, creating tunnels of brilliant orange with a spiritual aura. Wander through the Arashiyama bamboo grove, where towering bamboo creates a natural cathedral. The sound of wind through the bamboo has inspired poets for centuries. At night, Kyoto's Gion district transports you to the samurai era, with geishas and kimonos walking through ancient stone paths. In Osaka, the energy shifts with neon lights, street food and dotonbori, and a lively nightlife. Osaka offers a boisterous, friendly vibe, with foods like octopus-filled takoyaki and savory okonomiyaki, a stark contrast to Tokyo's refined cuisine. Head north to Hokkaido, where snow, flowers, and wilderness await. In winter, the Sapporo Snow Festival showcases impressive ice sculptures, while in summer, Furano's lavender fields bloom in vibrant purple. Shiratoko National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offers raw wilderness with brown bears and whales. Further south, Kyushu boasts natural hot springs, with Beppu and Yufuan onsen heavens, where mineral-rich waters have healed visitors for centuries. Kumamoto is home to Mount Aso, one of the world's largest active volcanic calderas, and Kagoshima features Sakurajima, one of the most active volcanoes. In the Chugoku region, visit Hiroshima's Peace Memorial and Atomic Bomb Dome, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, to reflect on peace. Nearby, Miyajima Island is home to the iconic Itsukushima Shrine and its floating torii gate. In Okayama, explore Korakuen Garden, a prime example of Japanese landscape design. Finally, Tottori's dunes offer a unique desert-like landscape, perfect for sandboarding. Japan's regions offer distinct culture, dialect, cuisine, and beauty. From Nagano's snow monkeys to Okinawa's tropical beaches, Japan's diversity is shaped by its geography and history. Tokyo may be impressive, but the real magic lies in its regional differences. These aren't just quirky cultural differences, they're glimpses into a society that has chosen to solve universal human problems in completely original ways. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey through the land of the rising sun. If you enjoyed discovering these amazing aspects of Japanese culture, make sure to subscribe for more fascinating stories from around the world. What surprised you most about Japan? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.